Okay, so not only do I think that is immensely cool, I know, I have techno joy, I know it. But this for me is really interesting for a couple of reasons. One is that, and I don't know if you all agree, but this is something to discuss. So I have an immediate, really strong emotional response to the events that unfold in that video. I have two intense emotional reactions within like the first 30 seconds. And that's of course when the scientist basically kicks the robot, which I realize is not because he's a monster, but he's showing that the machine has functionality to autocorrect and regain its balance, right? So it's a scientific experiment that isn't harming a sentient creature. But the movements of the robots are so lifelike to me that I can't help but have this kind of like visceral reaction, like, oh my god, like I can't believe, oh gosh. And then the logical brain kicks in and you start sort of deconstructing what you've seen. But this turns out is actually quite a typical human reaction, and it's an example of the tendency of human beings to, maybe not a tendency, but certainly ability of human beings to form social and emotional bonds with inanimate objects and with technology. And I guess one of the things I want you to think about is that if this robot that we look at, it doesn't have a cute face, it doesn't talk to us like a human being. If this has the ability to trigger an emotional response in us, then what happens when we are presented with something that looks and behaves in a way that we find endearing and engaging? So my next example is going to be of a robot baby dinosaur.